I have really looked up to Sonidhi Chauhan a lot, and though once I just put up a Facebook post saying I wish I get to meet Sonidhi Chauhan someday, and many people wrote saying I'll give you her address and here is her number, you know. But for me, it's not so much as being an easy access pass to go and meet Sonidhi Chauhan, but I felt like she should be untouchable. I shouldn't approach her. But I think I called her husband eventually, who I've worked with in the past, and I said, please, can you ask her if it's okay if I just came and sat with her. So recently I had a sit-down chat with Sonidhi Chauhan where I just asked her so many questions, and I think she got bored eventually. But I can call her my mentor in a way because I really look up to her.
Kanika, since you have recently recorded a song on cricket, so tell us something about that.
Well, that came by just all of a sudden. I mean, I was doing some work with Universal, and they called me. They said we have this this song, which is already a very big song in its own right, with Alesso, and we'd like to do just a little theme song for cricket, and let's give it a try. We gave it a try, and it's been mixed by Alesso, so it's a song "We Could Be Heroes," which is a very big song in itself, and we've done a little Hindi version of it. So that's how the whole song happened.
Yeah. I'd like to address my question to both the governments. Which other female singer do you think is among the top in the industry?
That's so many. So many. Oh my God, I'm back. I'll let you go.
I think a lot of people, as you know, are really good. One of my favorites is Neeti Mohan. I think she's
quite good.
On top, yes.
I like the husky voice, so I like Jasmine Sandler's, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I've heard some of her a cappellas, and I think she's quite different. And many more, I would say. I mean, there's a lot of talent.
Yeah. Meera, are you launching your own perfume line?
Yes, I am.
A little bit about it.
My fragrance is called Giving, and I've been working with a French lab on it for the last 2.5 years. It's outstanding. It's got lavender, patchouli, cinnamon. I think it's a fragrance that will translate anywhere. It can be sold in the Far East. It can be sold in the Western world, China, India. We are also launching a candle line, which is also going to be called Giving. And we are going to bring out the candle first, and then we're going to launch the fragrance. There's a PBS TV series coming out called The New Faces of Philanthropy, and we have a 1-hour episode in that. And so I'm going to launch the fragrance with the PBS TV series in the middle of September. And it's fabulous, and you're all getting samples.
Wow, one round of applause for that. That was all the best. Yes, please.
I have a question for Meera. What is it that drives your passion for charity work?
I think that every single human is only looking for two things. One is happiness and one is respect. And I think that when I do things for others, I feel very good. And it's not from the place of being on a high horse. I really consider it a privilege to be in a position where I'm able to help others. It gives me joy. Part of it is the moral upbringing. I grew up in a deeply religious home. My mother is a very staunch Catholic. I went to convent schools, and I think this is sort of ingrained in me from very young. But practice makes perfect. I mean, I find that when I go out and I do something for someone, or I go back to St. Michael's Giving Back School in Delhi, and all the kids come running to me and they, Didi, itna acha laga, painting ho gaya, itna acha laga. Abhi hum log garden mein khel rahe the, and I've just done a whole new park for them, and they're enjoying it. I mean, that's on a sort of a bigger scale, but even small things. I do something small for someone, and I meet them later on, and they say, oh, you did that for me, and it helped my life in such a way. It just makes me feel, I guess a sense of gratitude. That's nice.
Last two questions.
Meera, you also have a book coming up. Can you tell us something about that?
Well, the coffee table book was launched already. It was launched in 2010. I think it was launched in Bombay in 2011. It's already sold out. We sold out the 50,000 copies, and now Rupa Publications has approached me to do a second edition. Next week, I'm going to Delhi to conclude the talks with Rupa, so we're going to bring out the next edition. The coffee table book featured my journey with 75 charities. Cherie Blair has written the foreword, and it features many people, famous and non-famous, who are doing incredible things. And I also use the back pages as an opportunity to thank people in school. For example, Miss Halagua at the Cathedral School, I really felt like I wanted to thank her. I wanted to thank Mira Isaacs from Cathedral School. There were certain friends of mine who were very just instrumental in my life. I put in those pictures. So I sort of used it also as a vehicle to give back, but also we raised a lot of money for the foundation through the book. They sold at $50 each, and some people took the books and sent the foundation even larger checks. So it was just a very, very successful project.
Last question.
My question is for all three of yours. So who do you all feel is your women role model?
Well, I always say that my first role model is my mother. She's just outstanding. I think she's put the basic values of goodness into me. I think I was very happy that I met Mother Teresa so many times. My living role models are definitely Cherie Blair. I've traveled with her. She's just an incredible person, and I said this to someone earlier. She really taught me how sometimes you can't control everything. You have to sometimes let other people control things. And if you really are a strong individual, you'll be able to pull it back. I think Hillary Clinton is another role model of mine. And may I say this publicly, I hope she is the next president of the United States of America.
Well, I would second that. I mean, she said everything that, it's like words out of my mouth. Of course, my mother and my grandmother as well, actually. I grew up and she brought me up. I spent a lot of my time, and my mother was busy also. And just what I took from her was the simplicity, the beauty of the peace that she had, and she taught me how life could be, and, growing up, so many different facets of life, and how just to keep everything very pure and simple. And I try to do that in my life. It's not that easy, but I try. My role model.
I think like them, my mother would be my role model, and it would just be my mother, because the biggest thing I've learned from her is to be there for the people around you. Everyone flocks to my mother with their problems, and she's always just listening. And what I've learned from her is to listen when someone speaks to you or wants to share something with you. And there's so many other things, but that comes to my mind first, to be able to listen to someone else. And I think my role model for that would be my mother.
So from that listening, I think Kanika, we need to listen to you.
Baby doll.
Okay. Maybe a bit of... We need some energy in the room, everyone! Sone sone patole lakha, sone sone patole, tak diya rendiya kha, tak diya rendiya, main ki dasna padi ve, chal karda hai tarifa, ho mere husn de kone kone di. हो कोने कोने दी हो बेबी डॉल में सोने दी हो बेबी डॉल में सोने दी
Good. Thank you so much for being over here. I think we conclude the conference now. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
एक ग्रुप फोटो कर लीजिए पीछे आप लोग आगे